Hello, YouTube viewers. I am GroovyWorldMeter, and this is episode 17, part 3, also known as episode 17C of Carsmitty. This episode is part 3 of Lightning McQueen's 5th Piston Cup. Now I said in the description of part 2 that it would take a long time for me to make this part, which it did, but now it's here. And before we start on the show, let's recap on what happened in part 2. So Lightning McQueen was racing in the final race of the 2012 Piston Cup season. And then during the race, the Lemons were replacing everyone's fuel with All in All, and Graham and Acer were blowing cars' engines. And also, Finn and Holly get captured by the Lemons and tied up at the oil rig. And also, Lightning McQueen and his pit crew find out that Chick wants to take over the world, that Chick is working for the Lemons, who have plans to take over the world. And now most of the cars got blown up. Then on the final lap, the Lemons blow up Lightning McQueen's engine. But however, Lightning McQueen jumps toward the finish line and ends up in a tie with Chick Hicks. And a tiebreaker race was going to be held in a few weeks when Lightning McQueen feels better. So Lightning McQueen gets taken to the hospital, and then Mater is kind of worried about both Lightning, Finn, and Holly. And then, so everyone in Radiator Springs heads back to Radiator Springs. So that's basically part 2. So let's start on the show of part 3. Gosh, where are those dark tuners? Hey, Mater. Hey, Doc. Hey, Flo. Hey, Fillmore. Hi, Sarge. Why the long face? Well, it's just that Lightning McQueen is at the hospital right now, and I don't know where 2 of my other friends are. They are Finn McMissile and Holly Shechtwell. I have no idea where they have gone. I think they might be in more danger than McQueen, probably. So I'm actually worried about Finn and Holly more than McQueen, even though McQueen is my best friend. But Finn and Holly are also my friends, and they might be in more danger than McQueen. Oh, I'm sure they're fine, Mater. How can you be so sure? They never called us all week. And, they should have called you? Yeah, and they didn't? No. I'm sure they're fine. You really think they're fine? What if they are captured and tied up and about to be thrown in an incinerator? Oh, I highly doubt that's what would be happening. How was that? Hey, it's Mac! Hey guys, I have some amazing news. What is it? Lightning McQueen will be feeling better in a few days. Oh, well that's amazing. So, are we all ready to go, pit crew? Well, unfortunately we won't be able to be there, man, because I have to get ready for my part of the new amusement park called Cars Land. Yup, so do I. I have to put up all the surplus that those kind of people would like. Oh, okay. But don't worry, we will be there, because we already finished our Flying Tigers ride. Oh, and tell Stickers that I'm not gonna be able to make it, because I'm working on the park as well. But tell Stickers that I'm almost done with the racetrack. Okay. Well, we might as well saddle up. Let's go. Alright, let's go!
That you travel along, there's one day here and the next day gone. Sometimes you bend, sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind. There's a world outside every darkened door, where blues won't haunt you anymore, where the brave are free and lovers soar. Come ride with me to the distant shore.
Whoa, am I sleepy? I think we're gonna go take a rest stop for dinner and sleep for the night. Hello, welcome to the Interstate 95 in North Carolina rest stop. How may we help you? Can you tell me which way to the cafe? Sure, just go straight, take a right, and then you'll be there. Okay, thank you. Alright guys, you can get out now. Hello, welcome to the Interstate 95 in North Carolina Cafe. How may we help you? What would you like? Well, I think I'll have the Italian sampler. I'll have the fish and hooks. Maybe some racing strips. And I'll take how about the large Mac burger? Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, here you go. An Italian sampler, fish and hooks, racing strips, and one Big Mac burger. Enjoy your food. Oh, this looks delicious. Let's dig in. Oh, that was good. Would you like anything else? No, thank you. Not me, not me. And that Mac burger was so big. Can you tell us which way to the sleeping area? Sure. You just need to go left, and then take another left, then a right, and you'll be there. Alright, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna go sleep in the holler sleeping area, while you go into the regular sleeping area. Alright? Alright. See you in the morning, Mac. See you. Oh, and if I wake up early, we'll meet up at the cafe. Alright? Alright. Oh, look at all those cars driving down the highway. Yeah. Hey look, there's a perfect parking space. Let's park there. Good night, Doc. Good night, Luigi. Good night, Guido. Good night, Mater. Good night, Luigi. Good night, Guido. Good night, Mater. Good night, Doc. Good night, Guido. Buonanotte, Mater. Buonanotte, Doc. Buonanotte, Luigi. I wonder if we're gonna be able to save Finn and Holly. Well, we'll all find out soon. But right now, it's night. So, I just sleep until the morning. Good morning, everyone. Now let's go meet Mac. Hey, Mac. Did you sleep well? Yep, I did. How about you? Yeah? Yeah. See? Alright. So why did you want us to meet you here at the cafe? So we could have breakfast. Oh, okay. So, welcome to the Interstate 95 in North Carolina Cafe. How may we help you? I think I'll take the Maclet, and I'll have hook cakes.
Maybe some horned eggs?
And we'll have the Leaning Tower of Cakes. Pancakes. Alright? I will get them in just a moment. Alright. 2 Leaning Tower of Hook Cakes, and then here's your horned egg, and here are the hook cakes and the Maclet. Enjoy your breakfast. Oh, this stuff looks good. Let's eat. Now it's good. Okay, now let's refill on gas. Okay, let's do that. Alright, I'll have the diesel, and the rest of them will have just the regular fill up. Okay. Bing! Okay, so let's continue the trip. Alright, let's get going. Alright, everyone, we're almost here. That's good. I'm glad we're almost there.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I'm just thinking about all what Lightning said last week. How you are acting kind of weird. You know, now I'm kind of agreeing with you. Acting kind of weird.
Well, as I said, I'm getting old, and it's hard for people who get old to remember things as well as they used to.
Okay. Alright, everyone, we're about to enter into Washington, D.C. by crossing the next bridge. Oh no, there's lots of traffic. We're gonna be stuck here a little bit longer than we thought. We interrupt this program to bring you some important news. Apparently, Interstate 395 in Washington, D.C. is kind of crowded today. It's never been so crowded before. So, be careful. If you're going to take that route, I warn you, it's going to be very crowded. Hey, that's the route Mac is on. Oh, I hope they will get to the hospital in time. Yeah, me too, honey. Oh gosh, where are those tuners? Alright guys, the traffic is cleared away. so we're gonna be here sooner. That's great, Mac. Oh, and Doc, I'm kind of thinking about what you said, what Lightning said last week about you acting weird, and now I kind of agree with him.
Oh, well, Mater, I'm just getting old. And when people get old, they forget about things more easily.
Oh, okay. But still, you were still acting weird. But now I get it. You're just old.
Yep, that's it.
Alright guys, we're here. Alright guys, now as worried as I am about Lightning McQueen, I'm still gonna check New York City Speedway to make sure that they're okay. Okay?
Okay, Mater. See you later.
Hey, that building looks kind of interesting. And that one, is it called the Congress? The Congress? The Congress? I don't know. Well, whatever it's called, it does look interesting. But the only place I know around here is the White House. That's the only place I know here in Washington, D.C. Okay, but first, I have to get to Washington, D.C. Speedway to see if Finn and Holly are okay. Alright, here's Washington, D.C. Speedway. And I kind of thought it would be right in Washington, D.C. I guess it's outside of Washington, D.C. Just because it's named after a city doesn't mean it's in the city. Maybe he's behind a sign. Finn? Holly? Are you there? They're not there. Oh, that's gonna be one big stadium to search for two little cars. Finn? Holly? Not there. Finn? Holly? Where are you? Where'd you go? Finn? Holly? Maybe they're behind the pits. Finn? Holly? I guess they're not there. Finn! Holly! 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 Oh, I should have heard that. I guess they're not here. Oh, where could they be? Finn! Holly! Okay, I've searched everywhere in this whole stadium, but they're nowhere where to be found. I guess I'm gonna go to the hospital to see my queen. Okay, thanks, ma'am. Wow, lots of race cars are here in the hospital. Oh, hey, move, move, move! He's about to have a heart attack! Oh, Brick! How are you doing there? Oh, hi, Mater. So, I'm doing very good. Do you think Lightning will win the race in Motorolopolis City? Oh, I'm sure he can. But, can I go? But anyway, I have to go see Lightning right now. So, see you later. Alright, see you later. Hey, everyone.
Hey, Mater.
Hey, Mater. Hi, Mater. Lightning! Oh, you're back! Yeah, yes, Mater. Oh, I'm so glad you're back. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, Sally is working on the racetrack for you. Okay? Thanks for telling me, Mater.
We already told him, Mater.
Oh, okay. But still, thanks for telling me. Thank you. So, when will Lightning feel better? Oh, there's just one part that we need to put in him. One part? And when will it be here? It's here in the hospital. Someone just has to bring it here to this room. Oh, okay. Okay, I have the part right here. Good job, Pity. Now, where does it go? Oh yeah, it goes right there. There, you're all fixed. Thank you, nurses. Alright, now we better head to your race right now. Yeah, let's go. Hey, Mac. Hey, Lightning. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. Thanks, Mac. So, are we ready to go to the race? Yep. I just refilled on gas. Wait a minute, you just refilled on gas? You look like you were sitting there the whole time. Very sneaky. Ah, okay. Let's go. Alright guys, let's go! Hello? Who is this? Mac, it's me, the race official. Oh, the race official. Why are you calling? Because I want to know where you are. What do you mean? The race! You're supposed to be at the race! Why do we have to be at the racetrack a week early? What do you mean a week early? Isn't the race next week? No, the race isn't next week. It's tonight. Tonight? What do you mean the race in Morapolis City is tonight? Ugh, I thought you knew about it. No, I didn't. Why did no one tell me? I have no idea. But listen, you have a few hours to get here, and if you don't make it in time, Chick will be the only racer, and he will win because no one else is trying to beat him. Alright, I hope we can make it. I like your confidence. I better tell Lightning. Hey Lightning, what is it, Mac? The race in Morapolis City is not next week. It's not? No, it's tonight. Tonight? Well, how are we gonna get there in only a few hours? I don't know. Morapolis City is perhaps like a few days away. We're never gonna get there on time. I don't know, what are we gonna do? Chick's gonna win the Piston Cup and take over the world, along with the Lemons. I know. Shh. Hey guys, I've heard that you have a race to get to, and that race is tonight. Well, yes, but how did you figure it out, and how did you know we were here? I used the signal for both. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, get in here. We can't let Chick take over the world. Do you really think I can fit in there? Well, try. Okay. Am I in? Hey, what do you know? I do fit on an airplane. I didn't think I could fit on an airplane. Well, anyway, let's go to Morapolis City and stop Chick from winning that race and take over the world. Alright then, let's go. Alright, we're here. I'm kind of stuck in here, but I'll try. Ow! Hey, I'm out. Alright, I will see you in a race. Well, that barely took an hour. Hey guys, that didn't take you long to get from Washington all the way to Morapolis City. I guess it didn't. Well, follow me. The race should start in a few hours. Oh, okay. So that was part 3. I will see you next time in part 4, where the story will continue.